Hello, it's so good to see you. I'm Mrs. Karen from the Harvard Dickens Library. Welcome to Story Time today. I love seeing your smiling face. You know what we're going to talk about today? Underwear. Yep, underwear. Yes, underwear. Can you believe it? We're talking about underwear. Underwear starts with this letter today. Our letter is the letter U. And here is the word underwear. Underwear starts with that letter U right there. Now, we all have to wear underwear, don't we? It keeps us warm and clean. It's kind of fun. And sometimes it's silly to talk about, isn't it? How about if we read a story about underwear? Yep, we're going to read a story called Creepy Pair of Underwear. Did you know underwear can be kind of scary? It's not really. This is a funny story. This is about a little rabbit named Jasper who decides to get a really cool pair of underwear, but it kind of scares him a little bit. Do you think he stays scared? Yeah, he doesn't. But let's read about Creepy Pair of Underwear. This story is by Aaron Reynolds, and the pictures are by Peter Brown. Creepy Pair of Underwear. Jasper Rabbit needed some new underwear. On Thursday, Mom took him to the underwear store and grabbed the last 3 packages of plain white. But as they headed for the checkout, Jasper spotted them. Creepy underwear. So creepy, so comfy. They were glorious. Look at that underwear. It glows in the dark. Isn't that cool? Mom, can we get these? Jasper pleaded. I think they're a little too creepy, said Mom. They're not creepy, they're cool, said Jasper. I'm not a little bunny anymore. I'm a big rabbit now. Mom agreed to buy 1 pair. That night, Jasper wore his cool new underwear to bed. There he is with his cool new underwear on. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Do you want me to leave the hallway light on? Asked Dad. Dad, I'm not a little bunny anymore, said Jasper. I'm a big rabbit now. So his dad shut the door. And that's when Jasper noticed the underwear glowed a ghoulish, greenish glow. Uh-oh, does Jasper look a little scared? Right, I think he is. He closed his eyes. He pulled up the covers. He buried his face in his pillow, but it didn't help. He could still see that ghoulish, greenish glow. Jasper leaped out of bed and put on a pair of plain white. He stuffed the creepy underwear into the bottom of his laundry hamper. He finally fell asleep. That was a good way to take care of the problem, right? If it was scaring him, he could take it off and put a different pair on. But when he got up the next day, he was wearing the creepy underwear. How did that happen, I wonder? Jasper threw them into the garbage can. He was still a big rabbit. He wasn't scared or anything. But he was done with scary underwear. After school, Jasper was doing his homework when he heard it. A scratchy, scraping sound coming from his dresser. He opened the drawer and they were back, staring at him with that ghoulish, greenish glow. Uh-oh, the underwear came back. He snatched the creepy underwear out of the drawer. He grabbed a big envelope and some stamps, and he wrote "To China" on the outside of the envelope. Bye-bye, scary underwear, he said, dropping the package in the mailbox. When he opened the front door the next morning, what's back? You're right. They were there. And were those chopsticks? Maybe it came all the way from China? His creepy pair of underwear had somehow returned from China, and it had brought back souvenirs. I think that's what those chopsticks were. Jasper grabbed his mom's good sewing scissors. She didn't like him using them, but this was an underwear emergency. This time, the creepy pair of underwear were gone for good. What did he do? He cut up that underwear into lots of little pieces, didn't he? Do you think it's going to come back? Let's turn the page and find out. At bedtime, he slowly opened his underwear drawer. Nothing, just plain white undies. He searched under his bed. He shook out his lampshades. Whew! There was no sign of creepy underwear. He went into the bathroom to comb his ears. They were back! Oh no! What's the matter with you? His mom asked. You're so jittery lately. Nothing, he yelped. A grown rabbit couldn't be terrified of his underpants, could he? He seized the underwear. He snagged a shovel from the garage and he rode. He didn't stop pedaling until he reached Creek Hanger Hill. There he is, way at the top of Creek Hanger Hill. What do you think he's going to do? Jasper began to dig. He dug until his hole was dark and deep and 100% underwear proof. He dropped the underwear in. They gleamed from the bottom, that ghoulish greenish glow, but not for long. You see what Jasper did? He put all the dirt back in the hole. Is he going to see those underwear again? Let's find out. When he got home, Jasper crept up to his dresser. They couldn't be in there. There was no way, right? He reached for the handle. He peeked in. Nothing, just plain white. Jasper smiled and turned out the light. Well, creepy pair of underwear, right? He turned out the light. Uh-oh. What do you notice, though? Does it look pretty dark in his room? It is pretty dark, isn't it? There was just one problem. It was really dark in there, even for a big rabbit. Jasper turned on the light. He looked at his non-glowy pair of plain white, and he knew what he had to do. What does he go and get? Can you see? He's got a shovel. Where's he going? Yep, right back to that hill. Can you see what he's doing? Digging up the dirt? You bet. The creepy underwear were a little muddy, but they still filled the room with that gentle greenish glow. You see how the underwear are lighting up the room? Is the room so dark anymore? The next day, Jasper gathered his allowance money and went to the underwear store all by himself, just like a big rabbit. That night, Jasper wasn't scared at all. As he lay down to sleep, he smiled, and so did his underwear, because they had finally found somebody who wasn't scared of creepy underwear. And look at all the underwear that Jasper got. It's all glow-in-the-dark underwear. And does it look so creepy? No, look at all the funny faces on that creepy pair of underwear. Isn't that silly? So initially, Jasper was a little scared of the underwear because it was glowing and he thought it had a scary face. But was it so scary? No, because it was pretty dark without that underwear. Now, as long as we're talking about underwear, are you ready to play a little game with me? I have some underwear here hanging on a clothesline. Let's see how many pairs we have. Shall we count them together? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here's how this goes. 5 pair of underpants hanging outdoors. 1 blew away. Can you make the wind sound with me? And then there were, how many are left? 4. Very good. 4 pair of underpants blowing in the breeze. 1 blew away. Here we go. Blow with me. And then there were, how many? 3 or 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 pairs of underpants, each a different hue. 1 blew away. And then there were, how many? 2. 2 pairs of underpants hanging in the sun. 1 blew away. And then there was 1. one pair of underpants, just one pair. Put it in your drawer so you'll have a clean pair. Isn't that silly? Does this look like Jasper's creepy pair of underwear? It's like his clean white underwear. But tell you what, do you want to make some creepy underwear? I'll show you. You want to see mine? Does mine look so creepy? No, I didn't make mine creepy at all. I'll show you a list of supplies to make your creepy underwear, and then we'll make one together. Are you ready? I'll see you in a minute. Let's make a creepy pair of underwear. The first thing you'll need to do is cut out the pair of underwear. We've taken a black line and made an underwear shape on green construction paper. You might decide to make your creepy pair of underwear in a different color, but that's okay. We're going to be using green. With a grown-up's permission, use the scissors and cut very carefully along that black line so that we can cut out the creepy pair of underwear and then make a face on it. I'm thinking about how I want my creepy pair of underwear face to look. I don't know if I want it to look too scary, but we'll see once I start putting all the pieces together to make the creepy pair of underwear face. Now, I have the underwear all cut out. I'm going to take my paper scraps and put them in the recycling bin when I'm all done. But let's start making the creepy pair of underwear face. I have a half a circle that will be the mouth. I have two eyes that have black dots in the middle of them. I'll have to glue those black dots down. I have two black knobs to put on either side of the creepy pair of underwear's head. And then I have a long black rectangle that will be the eyebrows. And I have two small pieces of paper that are the creepy pair of underwear's teeth. Let's see, I think I'd like to start with the eyes. I don't know if I'm going to make my creepy pair of underwear eyes too scary. I think I'll take one small dot and I'm going to put a little bit of glue stick. Oops, I have to crank up my glue stick. I'm going to put a little bit of glue stick right down on the bottom of that circle, the big circle, and I'm going to put one eyeball there. And then I think I'm going to make my creepy pair of underwear eyes look a little silly. So I'll put another one here like this. There you go. That looks like pretty silly eyes, doesn't it? Let's glue them down onto the underwear. So to do that, we'll put some glue stick on the back of one eyeball and glue it down right there. And then we'll put some glue on the back of another eyeball, and I think we'll glue it right there. Look at his eyes look pretty silly now, don't they? How about his eyebrow? Let's put a little bit of glue on the back of the long rectangle, and we'll make his eyebrow kind of high so it looks like he's surprised. Maybe he's surprised to see you and your creepy pair of underwear. Let's do his knobs next. We'll put some glue on the back of one knob and put it on the side of his head. Let's put a little bit of glue on the other knob and we'll put it on the other side of its head. Now it's time for the mouth. Let's put a little bit of glue on the back of the half circle and we'll glue that down right underneath the eyes. There we go. I think he needs some teeth though. Let's give him some two teeth right in his mouth. I think I will put one tooth here and then the other tooth right next to it over here. There we go.
He doesn't look so scary, does he? I think I'd like to add some hair to him, so I'm going to use my black crayon and I'm going to make some little stick hair on the top of his head, right on either side of his eyebrow. And maybe I'll even add a little nose. And there you go. There's my creepy, but maybe not so creepy, pair of underwear.
Did you have fun making your not so creepy pair of underwear? I hope you had fun. I'd love to see what your creepy pair of underwear looks like, or maybe not so creepy. If you can have a grown up take a picture of your creepy pair of underwear, I'll show you at the end of our story time where they can email that picture so I can see what your underwear look like. Did you make it a little silly, a little scary, or maybe a bit of both? I can't wait to see it. Thanks so much for joining me today for our story time about U is for underwear. I hope you had fun. I know I always have fun when you come and visit with me. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. And until then, make sure you keep reading lots of good books, even books about underwear. I'll see you next time. Bye.